It's your brother Kalab. Also go by Hope, Grace, and Mercy on these streets of Dallas, Texas. I hear prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great. Before I go any further, I'm going to face and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Mills who rule well, teaching this truth in its entirety. Again, it's your brother Kalab. Also go by Grace and Mercy. And we out here again, another opportunity to give diligence to make our call and election sure in the days that we're living in. And before I get started today, I'm going to just bring out a couple of articles and things that's going on all throughout the four corners of the earth and also here in Babylon the Great. And these articles are coming from the End Time headlines. Salakia been under the weather for about 7 days. So, if the water y'all about Shem Yahweh Shai for, giving me a speedy recovery, come up out here. All right. First article says, it says Putin unleashes hell on Kyiv a day before Trump and Zelensky's shit. The war drums will continue to sound and they're getting louder and louder. All right. Also, it says at the same time, Trump has scaled back protection for use of civil data. All right. So these devils, they got the war drums. They causing the war drums. Ultimately, it's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Allowing these things come to pass. The prophecies. The war drums are sounding. ICE is ramping up on surveillance, kind of like over there where it's China. Where they got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands upon thousands of cameras. You know what I'm saying? Every which way. And that's the way it's gonna be here also in Babylon the Great. All right. It says LG set to unveil new humanoid robots that handle daily household chores in 2026. Kind of like the movie I, Robot. They had somebody was getting used to having robots do their daily task, or they was used to robots living amongst them. All right. It says Trump launches powerful and deadly strike on ISIS in Nigeria. And the brother Warami had posted a video of a extremely large building that had got hit with those missiles over there, man. But we know Ham don't down. All right, what else we got? Oh yeah, Merry Christmas. It says, and this is from the End Time headline. It says Christmas nightmare. Thousands forced to evacuate their homes amid catastrophic flood and mudslides as LA mayor declares state of emergency. Yeah, it's going down in the planet Earth, man. But 2/3 of our people, man, they don't have no questions. Either they don't have no questions about it. They ain't heard about it. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. But soon they gonna care. It says California issues tornado as flash floods and mudslides wreck house in LA less than a year after devastating wildfires. Why do you have about Shem Yahweh Shai for the terror that you letting place? Next it says China has just issued a nuclear warning to Japan. The war drums are sounding. Reading on, Russia and China pledged to support for Venezuela as Trump ramp up threats against Maduro. We loving it. Man, it's all kinds of things happening all throughout the four corners of the earth. You got the floods in California, the blackout in San Francisco. They got cities canceling New Year's because of, possible T attacks. Also, in the last couple of weeks, Babylon has been acting like pirates. You know what I'm saying? Seizing ships, seizing oil from off ships, seizing weaponry from China. Babylon the Great. They think the world is theirs, man. But the scripture does say that the hand The world is given into the hand of the wicked. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, to have their hand upon this place for a short time, because he's just gonna be able to show his great power when he snatched the rug from up under their feet. So the water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for all the things that we are seeing here. All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, starting at verse 3. And it reads, "Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations." And the abominations that have ran rapidly all throughout the four corners of the earth is mainly because of all these other nations that have drunken the wine and the fornication of Babylon the Great. You know, at one point it used to seem like, oh man, this is what America is doing. Everybody want to be on America's good side. Everybody want to be on Babylon's side and want to operate them and operate with them, or do business like them, or do business with them. But guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai had a plan set up. It was all prophecy. At one point, everybody was in love with this whore, with this place. But guess what? It's coming in, because Babylon the Great has always been the cancer in the earth, you know? And all these nations are starting to see, man, the reason why we have the failure that we have, or the reasons why we going through what we going through, is because of Babylon the Great. All right, verse 4, "And mine eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abominations shall be of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord." So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is about to wreak havoc on this place. All the worst things that you can imagine to happen ain't nothing compared to what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is about to do. You know, you got people after Christmas shopping, you know what I'm saying, return things. You got people jogging out here, living their life like it's golden, you know what I'm saying, not knowing that pure destruction is about to hit. Pure terror is about to wreak havoc on this place. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Yahweh Shai is about to allow all your worst fears, you know what I'm saying, to be out here with you. And the water Yahweh Yahweh Shai put his wisdom and understanding, you know, for us to understand why it's important for us to stay in the good graces of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? To continue to fight the good fight of faith. To remove ourselves from this place, because any moment, you know what I'm saying, you could be forced to have to give it all up, you know? Five, "Thus says the Lord Yahweh thy power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. And end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come." So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai saying the end is here, you know? And I know that a lot of our people don't believe this. A lot of our people don't care. A lot of our people, they don't care. They can care less what we talking about out here. They can care about what they God is talking about, because guess what? It's not affecting them on their day-to-day. It's not affecting them going to work. It's not affecting them paying bills. So guess what? They putting it on the back burner because it's not important. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai got a hell of a way of showing you better than he can tell you. And he about to show 2/3 of our people better than why they should have been seeking their power when they had an opportunity to. All right? It's a lot. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, starting at verse 2, says, say ye to the righteous that it will be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doing. The fruit of your, in other words, the fruit of your labor. What is the fruit of your labor, man? For the righteous. Us seeking Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Us studying to show ourselves approved. You know, for the brothers who Yahweh Yahushai raised up to be prophets and teachers that have come out here to these highways and hedges day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? Non-stop. It's a lucky I'm under the weather, but you know, this weather crazy out here in Texas. Last week it was freezing, and now we out here with shorts on. You know? Again, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 10. Say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doing. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. So those who are going to enjoy the fruits of their labor are going to be those who have sighed and cried, who have trusted in Yahweh Shem Yahushai all the way to the end. Those who came back to this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Those brothers, those prophets, those teachers that are out here on these highways and hedges. You know what I'm saying? Those who are studying to show themselves approved. Those are the ones that's going to enjoy the fruits of their labor. You know? But Yahweh Shem Yahushai got another reward for those who have not came back to him. You know, the two-thirds of our people. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to, you know what I'm saying? You living your life like it's golden, not seeking your power, thinking that, you know what I'm saying, the pride is all you need to make Babylon the Great, keeping up with the Joneses. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy the fruits of your labor, but it's gonna be ill with you, you know? Again, verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. You know what I'm saying? All the things that's going on, Israel, all the things that's going on in Babylon the Great and all throughout the four corners of the earth, Yasharallah can't care. You know what I'm saying? They ain't asking no questions. You know what I'm saying? They ain't looking more into the matter to see what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? They just flipped the channel. 2 days ago was so-called Christmas, and it was supposed to have been 2 days ago was so-called Christmas, and there was a mass flood in California. You know, you ain't hear nobody talk about that. You know? Ain't nobody talk about that. You know? So think about it. If these people supposed to be so-called Christians and all celebrating Jesus Christ's birthday, how are they not caring for their people? You know, because these people are hypocrites, man. And Tawadi Yahweh Shem Yahushai for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of us not wanting to continue in this place. Us looking forward to you taking Babylon the Great down and destroying this place. All right? This is the book of Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. And it reads, what if some don't believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh thy power without effect? What you think? What if some don't believe? Some who laugh, you know what I'm saying, mock and make videos just to, you know what I'm saying, get likes and laugh at brothers who are sincerely pushing this gospel. What if some don't believe? What if some don't consider? It says, shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh thy power without effect? Verse 4, Yahweh forbid, like hell no. Yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man ain't here. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy saying and mightest overcome when thou art. So it don't care, it don't matter if you don't believe. It don't matter if you don't think that these things gonna really happen. Guess what? All these things are gonna really happen. All these things are really gonna come to pass. And since you didn't have no faith, that's on you. Since you didn't believe, that's on you. You know, since you didn't have no faith and didn't believe and didn't care, that ain't stopped this truth train from rolling. That ain't stopped prophecy from being one day closer to the end. All right? That ain't stopped. That's not stopping Jacob's trouble from being at his highest peak. You know? That ain't stopping nothing. All right? It's gonna put you to, it's gonna bring you to a halting stop. a screeching stop. You know, we doing our part. We doing what Yahweh Shai instructed us to do. Go out there and give warning. Brother, they were here for bear. You know, go out there and do your part. Don't worry about those who believe and those who don't believe. You go out there and do your part. It ain't your part to worry about each and every individual. You go out there and do what I instructed you to do. All right? This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 11. Answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mystery of the kingdom. The book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mystery of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So everybody not gonna understand this thing. You know, you got a lot of people who read the scriptures. They know scriptures, but they don't know the scriptures according to the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know scriptures according to the doctrine that was passed down by they pork chop pastors or they grandmamas, you know, or what they think that we supposed to be believing in. You know, just like they thinking that the name Jesus Christ can save them. But according to the scriptures of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that name don't have no power, man. So this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what the scripture says. Wisdom is too high for a fool. 2/3 of our people that could get this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding can't get it because they fools. This is too much for them, man. All right, again, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he didn't give this to everybody. Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that is going to be the stability of the times that we living in. This is not given to everybody, you know. And in these days that we living in, you got a lot of brothers that's coming out with a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying, different doctrines and stuff like that. This is the fourth quarter, you know. It'll be thinking like that. But guess what? The reason why they thinking like that, the reason why they believe what they believe, and the reason why they pushing those false doctrines is simply because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is controlling everything. You know, everybody has always been standing in their life. It was always meant for them to do that. So these are the times that we living in. But for those who trust and believe Yahweh Shem Yahushai in true faith and sincerity, we know we at the end of this thing, man. You know, we is at the end of this thing. So just continue to keep your hand to the plow. Continue on with what you was taught. And shalom to the sister Rebecca Ophir. Shalom Abba Shem Yahushai Barakatah. All right, this is the book of 2 Peter chapter 1. The book of 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. And it reads, Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave us all the tools that we need to fail. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is fail-proof. These scriptures are fail-proof. The prophecies are fail-proof. The faith that Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave you, names the Father and the Son, Yahweh and Yahushai, is fail-proof. The times that we are living in, we don't have to worry about. I'll continue to stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? Continue to have that faith. Continue to do the works to the best of our ability. All the things that Yahweh Shem Yahushai, as the scripture says, you would not fall. You would not fail. So these things are fail-proof. And in the times that we living in, it's trouble. You're going to definitely need some reassurance, man. And the same reassurance that we have right now is the only reassurance that we're going to need in the day of trouble, you know, in our temptation. It ain't nothing going to change. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is giving us what we need and what we going to need. Yeah, things going to get a little bit tougher. It's going to get a little hot in the kitchen in the times to come, but the script don't change, okay? Ain't nothing new gonna happen. We holding on to the same power. You know, we believing in the same word. You know, it's the same. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's giving us all that we need before time. And what a mighty opportunity to be a part of, you know what I'm saying, getting out of this hellhole. What a mighty opportunity of having all the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you're gonna need in the times to come. All we gotta do is just stomach it. All we gotta do is just be able to stand on 10 toes when our back is against the wall. All right? So let me see if my camera's still going. Still live. Salaki. Salaki for that. All right, pick it back up. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, starting at verse 1. And it reads, I beseech ye therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh thy power, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahweh thy power, which is your reasonable service. Hey man, it's the least that we can do to come out here to these highways and hedges, whether you feeling good or not feeling good. You know, it's our reasonable service. It's the least that we can do for all the things that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing and will do. First of all, him waking us up to this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in the times that we living in. Guess what? We could have still been in the world. We could have still been thinking it was cool, you know what I'm saying, to just believe in Jesus Christ. We could have still just continue to further ourselves of being the best niggas that we could have been in this place, you know? You know, and besides all that, we could have just, you know what I'm saying, been guaranteed 100%, 2/3 in this thing, man. Not even knowing the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So it's the least that we can do, come out here and prophesy, to come out here and teach. You know, have faith in our power, to study to show ourselves approved. You know what I'm saying? To get our household in order, starting with ourselves, right? Esau, look at him, riding on his motorcycle like, shut up, nigger. You know? But guess what? We're going to see who's going to have the last laugh. Still in the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of our thy power. So man, we supposed to be came up out of this world by now, man. If you still trying to further yourself, you know, hoping and wishing that, you know, you get your stuff together to you'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, get that $400,000 house that you've always been riding by and looking at, or wanting to continue so you can get that brand new car, or continue to go to college so you can get that degree, so you can get that job. Man, we at the end of this thing, man. You know, whatever Yahweh Shem Yahushua gives you, you know, that's because Yahweh Shem Yahushua sends the increase. But that ain't our head's at. We ain't just looking to continue to make ourselves live comfortably in this place, man. What you got is what you got, you know? Again, it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Yeah, your mind should be completely let go with this place, man. Yeah, we got to continue to go to work. We got to continue to pay bills and things like that. But mentally, we out of here, man. You know, physically, we working. Physically, we paying bills. Physically, we taking care of the things that we have to take care of, you know what I'm saying, to sustain ourselves here in Babylon the Great. But mentally, man, we ain't looking past this place, man. I mean, we looking past this place. You know, we know that, you know, Lord willing, we still here. In a couple of days, it's gonna be so-called 2026. You know, a new year. But man, we ain't looking for no 2027. We ain't looking for no 2028. Man, we taking it one day at a time, one day closer. You know, with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna continue to move forward with this thing until Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know what I'm saying, blow the whistle. All right? Again, it's sort of this is Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh thy power will believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. You know? We diligently seeking Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We believe that he is. You know? We looking for that reward from Yahweh Shem Yahushua from diligently seeking him. But that reward that we looking for is not something carnal, you know? That reward that we looking for, Shem Yahushua, ultimately, you know, is the greatest thing that you can hope for. It's salvation. To have a hedge of protection round about you and your household. You know what I'm saying? To be kept from the fires of Jacob's trouble. You know? To be kept from the fire of the hour of temptation. Because we know that MOT to the B is here. It's just a moment. It's just a moment before, you know what I'm saying, they tie it all together. Okay? That 6G that's coming is going to be crucial. You know what I'm saying, to the infrastructure of tying it all together. You know, I heard a brother before, when I was waking up this morning, a brother was doing a lesson, so like for not being able to mention his name. But I'll share the lesson on my channel. But the brother did a breaking news on how 6G is about to roll out. And they was talking about all the things that's going to be tied to it. You know what I'm saying? The humanoid robots. They said that implantable technology. I already know what that is, man. Implantable technology. That alone should let you know that the time is short. You know, the opportunity of getting this knowledge, wisdom, understanding as much as you can, the time is short. You know, we all work worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahushua in true faith and sincerity, hopefully. But you know, at the same time, we also running, trying to get into the doors of mercy. You know, before they shut close. And the best feeling that me and my bros talk about is that having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and you just put your head down and just continue to go. You just continue to plow. And then you look up and Yahweh Shem Yahushua say, job well done. You know, that's what we hoping for. You know, a lot of things are going to be happening all throughout the four corners of the earth. But you in Babylon the Great, so mainly in Babylon the Great, we need that protection. Because these devils is about to roll out, man. They about to stop. So that's why it's important that you have faith in Shem Yahushua. Because if you don't have no faith in him, then you ain't got nothing. You know? All right, let's get... This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 38. It says, now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul have no pleasure in him. Yeah, man, we living by faith. The one important piece to the puzzle is this faith. But Yahweh Shem Yahushua say that if you draw back, he ain't gonna have no pleasure in him. So if you draw back from this wisdom and understanding and go back into the world in the last days, man, you was made to be through. And these are the times that we've been in, man. All the things that you have done, seeking your power, guess what? It's gonna be for naught. It's gonna be all for nothing. And shalom to the brother Rummy. Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah. I'll just grab it again. I forgot my place. All right, but again, Hebrews 11 and verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh thy power must that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Ultimately, the reward that we seeking from Yahweh Shem Yahushua is salvation. We want to make it up on those chariots, you know. But before those chariots come, we want to be kept from the dangers that's going to be all throughout the four corners of the earth. You know? We want to be saved. We want to be rewarded, you know what I'm saying, to be saved from Jacob's trouble. You know, we want to be rewarded to skate through the hour of temptation, you know what I'm saying, untouched, us and our families, you know. We want to continue, we want that reward to be able to continue in this thing no matter what no matter what we face with. That's the reward that we seeking for, all right? This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 7. This is in the NLT. It says, these trials will show faith is genuine. It is being tested as fire test and purified gold. Though your faith is far more precious than mere gold, so when your faith remains through many trials, it will bring you much praise, glory, and honor on the day of Yahushua and Mashiach is revealed to the whole world. So that honor that Yahshua Yahushua, that Yahushua and Mashiach is going to reveal to the whole world after we done went through trial after trial after trial after trial, and we still remain steadfast in our faith. You know, the honor that Yahushua and Mashiach is going to give the elect, it's going to be above anything that anybody living at that time is going to be able to look over. You know, the whole world on fire, upside down, chaos and destruction, death everywhere. But it's going to be a certain group of people, the elect, the 1/3 and 144,000. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to extend that honor to them, and everybody who is living here on the planet is going to be witness that. That's something that you ain't going to be able to look over. You know, you ain't gonna be able to say, oh yeah, my cousin got one of those. No. Again, it says, so when your faith remains strong through many trials, it will bring you much praise and glory. So it's gonna bring you much praise and glory from the most precious, famous person ever created, Yahushua and Mashiach. Okay? It says, it will bring you much praise and honor. It will bring you much praise and glory and honor on the day of Yahushua and Mashiach, when Yahushua and Mashiach is revealed to the whole world. So when everybody is able to witness the true and living power of Yahushua and Mashiach, when everybody's able to witness that he really does exist, not only is he gonna show that he exists, be a certain group of people that he gonna highlight to show the whole world that these are my people. You know, these are my people right here. And everything that's gonna be going on, you're gonna be needing something to get you out of that. And out of that, but guess what? Not only are you going to have to witness Yahweh Shai Mashiach tell the world that these are my people, but what you going through, it's finna get even worse. You know? You ain't seen nothing yet. All right? Slocky. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. And starting at verse 1, I'm going to get it in the NLT. It says, I will climb up to my watchtower and stand at my guard post. There, I will wait to see what the Lord says and how he will answer my complaint. Verse 2. Then the Lord said to me, write my answer plainly on tablets so that a runner can carry the correctness to others. And we got this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from Yahweh Shai, starting with our apostles and elders on down to, the affiliate brothers that's teaching this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and true faith and purity. Instead of us, it started from us knowing about it, reading about it, studying, you know what I'm saying? Turning our feet to the testimony, and that's why the internet is doing all the heavy lifting. Because brothers is out here day in, day out teaching and preaching, all throughout the four corners of the earth. And anybody can watch it. Any sincere brother or sister, believer, in at any time, whether that person be live, or watching a pre-recorded lesson. All right? It says, again, chapter 2, verse 2, it says, then the Lord said to me, write my enemy on tablets so that the runner can carry the correct message to others. The vision is for a future time. It describes the end and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. So, hey, this thing is going to happen. It's happening right now. But that's why, the hopefully elect is to stay in the spirit, man. Because when you're in the spirit, you see things that you wouldn't be able to see had you not been in the spirit. So for those who don't have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, that's not in the spirit, they never see these things. So that's why we just never stop giving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai the ultimate piece for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. To be able to be in the spirit, to be able to tap into the spirit so we can see the things that's coming down the pipeline instead of just agreeing with what your government say the next phase is. Okay? This is Deuteronomy 30 and verse 19. It says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that thou and thy seed live. So the hopefully elect, man, we choosing life, man. We want the blessing, which is life. Okay? This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is coasting us. It's carrying us. I know some say, well, y'all been saying that, or well, when is it gonna happen? Hey, all we can tell you that it's gonna happen. We can't tell you exactly when, but just because we can't tell you exactly when it's gonna happen, that don't mean the day of it happening is not gonna take place. So that's why we thanking Yahweh Shai for giving us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to just coast. You know what I'm saying? We ain't boasting we not boasting in knowing exactly when it's gonna happen. We thanking Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for giving us his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to just continue. Okay? Although we ultimately can't wait to get the hell up out of here, because we serving out the last days of our sentence. You know what I'm saying? We still living in hell. Which hell is a condition that's played out on earth. So we ain't basking in the joy knowing the day that this thing is going to come to an end. We just thanking Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and basking in the joy of knowing what's coming down the line. You know what I'm saying? Having the grace to just continue on. Again, it says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, both thou and thy seed may live. Man, you want you in your household to live, you know? But we know that 2/3 did it. Yahweh Shimmy outside. You know what I'm saying? He got 1/3 that's going to this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and take heed to it. He got 2/3 that ain't going to never come into this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You got 2/3 that's going to come into this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And it's going to backtrack and go to the world. All right? Next precept for that is Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 3. And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places where I have driven them. Hosts. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is telling us, Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19, to choose life so thou and thy seed may live. You know, to hopefully live. But we know in Jeremiah 8 and verse 3, 2/3, they not going to choose life. You know what I'm saying? They going to choose death. Hey, and whatever is okay with Yahweh Shem Yahushua is definitely okay with us. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. For those who don't choose life, those who don't choose Yahushua, those who don't come back to this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, this is what Yahweh Shem Yahushua got for you. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. And those who have been in God, 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to get down on it, because y'all walking in all this pride. Y'all not seeking y'all power. Y'all not taking this thing seriously. You know, y'all trying to keep up with everybody else. You know, y'all not even y'all not even fearing y'all power. You know, and if you about Shem Yahushua, then what you gonna do when the death and destruction come? You know, your power gonna laugh at you, because you wasn't fearing him and taking him serious. You had an opportunity. Ain't gonna be no redos. Ain't gonna be no easy buttons you can press the times that we coming into. So while you got an opportunity to seek your power, you know, that's what you're supposed to be doing, but we know that that's not going to happen for all of Yasharallah. So again, it says, 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. You know? Shem Yahushua is about to let loose on this place, man. All right? This is the Ecclesiasticus chapter 34 and verse 16. It says, for the eyes of the Lord are upon them that love him. He is their mighty protection and strong stay, a defense from heat and a cover from the sun at noon, a preservation from stumbling and a help from falling. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is giving you all the tools that you need, man, but you got to come up out of this place, man, out of Babylon the Great, because Yasharallah don't care. You know what I'm saying? They so quick to do, you know, they so wise to do evil. You know what I'm saying? You can try to break it down till you blue in the face. You know what I'm saying? They gonna give you a second and then they gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm straight. As if what they got going on can save them in times that we coming into, you know? Yasharallah just don't care, man. So that's why it's gonna be so. That's why it's so believable that, You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna have us laughing at these people, man. Lord willing, we a part of that elect number. You know, because Jake's so wise to do evil, man. This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of Yahweh's power. I will also forget you, and I will also forget thy children. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua ain't gonna have no hedge of protection over you. You know what I'm saying? So wise to do evil, so wise to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Putting everything before, you know, your power. So guess what? In that day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he ain't gonna pay no attention to your cry, your children's cries. They gonna be hungry. They gonna be starving. They gonna be scared as hell. And you is too. And guess what? You ain't gonna have no hedge of protection over you, man. Again, Ecclesiastes chapter 33 and verse 16, where it says, for the eyes of the Lord are upon them that love him. He is their protection and a strong stay, a defense from heat and a cover from the sun at noon, a preservation from stumbling and help from falling. You're gonna need that. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is giving that to 1/3 to the elect. The 144,000 and the 1/3 that have came back to this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and true faith and sincerity. In the time you're gonna need somebody to be a strong stay for you. You know? Because what you got right now, all the comfortabilities that you have, you know what I'm saying, stacked up for yourself, man, them things ain't gonna be nothing but a sheet of we coming into. All right? All right, this is the book of Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10. It says, verse 10, it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh thy power, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness and of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So that's why you got to continue to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. True faith and sincerity. You got to be able to, you got to continue to read, and you know, the elder, I saw the elder Yashawama has shared a video from another brother. You know what I'm saying? The difference between studying. You know, all these things go together like, you know what I'm saying? Like gumbo, you know what I'm saying, without the abominations. It all go together. You know, you got to continue to read, pray, you know what I'm saying, call on the names. You got to have the faith. Because the times that we living in, if you ain't got that, man, hand roll past me like I had shit on my chest, man. Okay. That's what's up. Lucky for that. All right, yeah, but we gotta continue to have faith in our power. We gotta do all the things that Yahweh Shem Yahushua said that will never fail you. He gave us the blueprint, gave us the cheat codes. You know, you just gotta continue serious. Because if you playing around with it, you're gonna be staying around with it. That's when we talk about those nukes when they let off. Or whatever kind of way that Yahweh Shem Yahushua seems to bring pure hell and destruction upon you. Because we know war is coming. The war drums are continuing to sound, you know? And every week is a whole new war. It's a whole new conflict. It's a whole new possibility of somebody going to war. But guess what? Eventually, it's going to hit. And when it hit, it's going to continue to hit. And why it's hitting, our Shah Mashiach going to return on the scene. And he gonna put that spirit on all these other nations to band with each other and try to fight against him. Although we know that they gonna lose miserably, but Yahweh Shem Yahweh is gonna allow that to happen. The war drums are sounding, and you definitely want to be kept from all that, man. You know, ain't no house, ain't no shelter, or none of that the average Joe got that can protect you from when nuclear missiles are shot off all throughout the four corners of the earth. War drums are sounding back on the great. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 29. It says, "Call together the archers, all ye that bend the bow, camp it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her works, according that she hath done. Do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel." So man, all these is gonna end up realizing that, man, that Babylon is the problem. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna all turn they nuclear missiles on this place, man. But guess what? Yasser Allah, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. We here. We still gonna be here. Just imagine all nations turning their nuclear missiles towards Babylon the Great and firing off all at the same time. You know? Only a true living power can that. Only a true living power can protect you from that. You know? Only a true living power can pull up and save you up out of there in the nick of time. All right? I'm going to go on a little bit more. It says, "Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men and of war shall be cut off in the day, said the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord Yahweh thy power host. For the day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and shall raise him up, and I will kindle a fire in his city, and it shall devour all round about him." Yeah, man, Yahweh Shai, it's been allow the Babylon to be on that world stage, man, of just straight destruction. So lucky for that, y'all. I'm still under the weather, but I'm out here. Brother Salaki, the brother Wyatt Romeo posted on the comment board. He posted Psalms chapter 138 and verse 8. "Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Thy mercy, O Lord." I'm gonna get it again. "The Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Thy mercy, O Lord, endure forever. Forsake not the works of thine own hands." The Lord gonna perfect us. You know what I'm saying? To that day, we're gonna be like a light shining brighter and brighter. You know, the Yahweh Shem Yahweh, he know who out here doing this work in true faith and sincerity. And even if you just a believer and you believing in him in true faith and sincerity, the Lord know who prays true faith and sincerity. You know? It says, endure forever. It says, forsake not the works of thine own hands. Oh Lord, we need you to, Yahweh Shem Yahweh, we depending on you wholeheartedly to keep us in this thing, you know, to keep us going, to keep us believing. Because without you, we don't have a chance. What they say, we don't have a fight. You know what? I'm gonna grab these. This is the book of James, chapter 5, and starting at verse 10. This is, for examples of patience and suffering, dear brothers, look at the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord, Yahashim Yahushai. We give great honor to those who endure under suffering. For instance, you know about Job, a man of great endurance. You can see, Salakia, jumped on me. I'm gonna start over, it jumped on me. It says, this is chapter 5, starting at verse 10. It says, for example, of patience and sufferings, dear brother and sisters, look at the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We give honor to those who endure under suffering. For instance, you know about Job, a man of great endurance. You can see how the Lord was kind to him at the end, for the Lord is full of tenderness and mercy. So look what all we go through. The prophets of the times of old, the prophets that's out here now, the teachers that's out here now, we all catch hell. This thing, if it was easy, everybody would be out here. The corners will be filled with, you know, this thing ain't cool. It don't look cool. So that's why everybody not doing it, okay? So, but the scriptures, you know about Job, a man of great endurance. So Job went through hell. He went through everything that you could possibly go through. Job was a very, very wealthy man. You know, he had substance, lost it all. But he also had endurance. It says, you can see how the Lord was kind to him at the end. You know, the Lord is full of tenderness and mercy. So all the hell that we catching in this, guess what? We coming into a time where if you're a part of that elect number, then the Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to be very merciful to you as well. You know, he going to give you back more than what you could ever even have. Everything you lost, he going to give you back. All right? So I'm going to end it off on that note. Hopefully this is edifying. I like to end off by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, with Kakadash. Shalom.